How you doing, guys? It's going to be a remake of the other video, learning the notes on the guitar. I did it early in the morning. Apparently people couldn't really understand it well. They thought I was stoned, and I wasn't. I don't do that stuff. So let's get on with it. Okay. I'm also going to throw in some stuff that I should have thrown in the last one. Okay, so starting off here, you got your E, A, D, G, B, and high E. Okay, your open notes. Okay, so on your first one here, you're going to have E, you're going to have F, you're going to have F sharp, you're going to have G, you're going to have G sharp, you're going to have A, you're going to have A sharp, you're going to have B, you're going to have C, you're going to have C sharp, you're going to have D, you're going to have D sharp, and then it starts over back at E on the 12th fret. Okay, so when you're doing this, if you noticed, I'm doing an alternate pick, and I'm also doing this as it's a little training exercise you can do, and it gives you I guess you could say, it helps with your timing. It helps with your jumping around the fretboard when you get into that. It really helps. And this is important because when you get into doing your power chords, you want to be able to jump wherever you need to jump without bumbling around, losing your timing, or thinking of it as, okay, let me see the 5th fret, or let me see the 9th fret. You don't want to think of it like that, because if you're trying to read music, and you want to play a song, most of them, they'll say it's an A chord, a C sharp, or whatever. You don't want to have to sit there for half an hour and translate it into which note you got to jump to make that power chord. Okay, so it's very important, minimal, to learn the notes on the top, the low E, okay, and the A string, because those are what you're gonna use most of your power chords doing. Okay, so let's get on with it. As I'm doing it, I'm going to explain it. Do it with me, and you can always rewind it or watch it over again. Okay, so we're going to start with your open E. Okay, you're going to start with your open E. You're going to strum that. Now from E to F, which this is your first note, is the F. There is no sharp. So from E to F, there's no sharp. So E, F, F sharp. There is a sharp after F. Then it goes to G, the 3rd fret. Then it goes to G sharp. Then it goes to A. Then it goes to A sharp. Then it goes to B. There's no sharp after B, so you're going to go right to C. And then it's going to be C sharp. It's going to be a D. It's going to be a D sharp. And then it's going to go back to E again. Okay? The 12th fret. This is your 12th fret. So, do that with me. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, back to E, 12th fret. Okay? So, practice that if you can. Do it as do it like that. It'll really help you out. Okay? So that covers that string. Now when you're going to jump down into your next string down, which is your A string. Okay? So you start with your open, which is an A, and then your first note is going to be A sharp, because there was a sharp after A, right? So we're going to go A sharp, B, no sharp after B, so you're going to go right to C. From the C sharp to D, D sharp, E, no sharp from E to F, so you're going to go right to F, okay, G, G sharp, okay, and you know, then you're back to your A again, alright, so do that with me. A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, back to A again, okay? And so on, and you start with D, there's a sharp after D, so D, D sharp, okay? E, no sharp after E, so you're going to go right to F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, and you're back to D again at the 12th fret. Okay, so this is really going to help when you're doing your power chords like this. I'll give you like a little lesson here. Okay, when you're going to do a power chord, okay, you're going to find the one that you want. Say you want to do a G power chord. Now you know that your G is on the 3rd fret. Okay, so you go right to that top string. You're going to take your pinky. Generally, some people do it like this with their ring finger. I generally don't like that. It cramps my hand. I like to use my pinky. Okay, I'll do it like this. I just leave these fingers kind of up in the air. Let's see if I can turn that better for you. I kind of do it like this. Okay, and the way these power chords generally work is you're just going to strum the ones you're holding down. And the most basic power chord is, say, like your G note here on your top string, and then you go over 2 frets and down 1, okay? Alright, like that. And you're just going to strum those 2. Or if you want to make it a fuller one, you can bring down your finger a little bit, and you can do your G here on your low E string, okay? You can do your D note here on your A string, and then the string underneath that. So it's actually these you know, technically speaking, this is your bottom of your guitar, and this is your top. But for explanation purposes, I'm just going to say from the top. So your top 3 strings, say, okay? And you'll just strum those. That's a power chord. It's a G power chord, because this is what's determining what it is. Okay, this is called a root note. Okay, so this is, say, a G. If you want to go up to an A, you know now that your A note is on the 5th fret, okay, of the top string. So you're going to go to that, and you're going to put your fingers down like so, strum those strings. So G, A. If you want to go to a B, you know your B is up here at the 7th fret. Bring it up, strum. Okay. Now, generally, that's your most basic power chords. You're going to be from the top, but you can also do these power chords down a string, for the purpose of not have, like, if say you wanted to do a you know, you want to go from A, and then a D is, like, say, way up here. You don't want to jump to that. Okay, your D here is also your D here. If you start on your 2nd string, your A string, you know that this right here in the 5th fret, 2nd string down, is your D note. So now you can form a power chord, same as you did on the top, but you do it down here. You go this string, which is on your 2nd string down, your A string, and then the next 2 down, okay, like so. And this is also a D. Okay, so instead of jumping around, you can go A, D, A, D, instead of going A, D, A, D, you can go. Okay, so just a little lesson for you. Okay, and now it works all over the place. Okay, so that's a little mini power chord lesson. I hope this one is better for you guys. Keep practicing. Leave your comments, something you want to learn. I'll be more than happy to do it for you. Thank you.